Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So tonight's video is going to be a spontaneous chit chat video, as you can tell by the title. I sound 100% better. I still have a little bit of raspiness, but not as bad as it was in my last video. I mean, that was pretty bad. I figured since it's a Monday night, I would sit down and do a mask and talk to you guys about different things. I have a lot of topics that were requested to talk about, and I just need to relax because I have a long week this week. I have a very busy week this week and going into this weekend. So, yeah, I needed to just do a mask, relax, and just wind down for a Monday night. So, let's get into it. So, my mask for today is going to be, of course, from Freeman Feeling Beautiful. It will be linked down below. This one is the Cleansing Apple Cider Vinegar Clay Mask and Scrub. This is for all skin types, instantly tones, purifies, and mattifies for a flawless complexion. So that is going to be the mask of choice for tonight. Like I said, I have a very busy week ahead of me. I have a lot going on. I am super excited because I get to see my mommy this weekend. I cannot wait for her to get here. I miss her so much. And especially when you're going through things like I've been going through, a girl just needs her mommy. So yeah, we have that going on. I'm super excited to see her. However, the biggest thing that we've been dealing with today specifically, since he was admitted today, was the fact that my younger brother was admitted into rehab for his alcoholism problem this morning. So it's been a really rough day. I've been hanging out with my dad for the majority of it. He's just been very down because my brother and him were very attached, obviously, to his son. But we all understand this is for the best for him because he's had such an issue with alcoholism for such a long time, and it's literally just completely it's run his entire life. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times my dad would stay up in the middle of the night knowing he had to go to work the next day, but he would stay up on nights when my brother would drink, and he would sit in the living room where he would just love to pass out, and he would just sit there all night making sure my brother didn't vomit on himself and choke himself to death in his sleep. And my dad would still go to work the next morning, working like 13-hour shifts every single day during the week. And it was such a hard thing for me to see my younger brother going through something so toxic and so sad. Because the program is 10 months long and he's not allowed to leave the premises, he's not going to be able to be there at the hospital when I give birth to my daughter, which is very sad because the one thing he's always wanted to be in life was a tío. I mean, he's still going to be a tío regardless, but he wanted to be at the hospital like after she was born to meet her for the first time and everything, but because the program is 10 months long, it's just not going to happen, and he can't get any time off from that. So, but this is all for the best. It's for his benefit. I am so happy he's going to be getting help, and I can't wait to see my brother again as the brother that I remember as being, you know, the lively, happy-go-lucky, friendly, funny as fuck guy that I remember him being, because he hasn't been that person for so long. My dad and him were like this, and so as much as we all understand he needed this, it's still hard to know that we can't talk to him for a month or see him for a month at all, which friggin' sucks. But I mean, it's gonna be hard, but this is gonna benefit him in so many different ways, and so for that, I am thankful. So yeah, that's all the personal shit I've been going through over the past few days, but it's all gonna be okay. I'm gonna be good, he's gonna be good, we're all gonna be good. It's good. Alright, so now let's get into the drama of the beauty community and the drama community, shall we? The first thing I have been asked to talk about is obviously the update between Petty Page and Jackie Aina. If you guys do not know, which I don't know how you don't know, it's been pretty much shared everywhere on Twitter, Jackie Aina posted this tweet to her Twitter yesterday. Now, a lot of people, I mean, obviously mostly the Jackie stans were like, oh my god, let it go, she apologized, we're done with it. But there are a lot of people, myself included, who feel like if she was willing to get on camera in front of 2 million people and make these ridiculous accusations without receipts, then I feel like she should do the same thing when it comes to admitting that she was wrong and apologizing to Paige via video. But I just feel like that's the right thing to do because I feel like this was just the easy way out of it without admitting to you being wrong, because you were wrong. And I did watch the Sanders Kennedy video because obviously both parties decided to go ahead and give their information to Sanders. And according to what I saw in that video with her statement to Sanders, she's never going to admit that she lied. That's just the way I see things. I don't think she ever will. and that's on her. You know what I mean? And that she could very well just move past this and be done with it. Paige, in response to Jackie's tweet, said this. But there were a couple of things that I feel like I missed in my first video on this and the last video. And the number one thing I want to talk about is her claim about the bank's involvement in actually getting the money back or stopping the 2 attempts at the $1,500 withdrawal from her account. Now, I guess I didn't pay enough attention to the video when she was talking in this portion. I don't know how I missed this portion because I work at a bank. I worked at a bank previously as well. And there are just some things I can tell you right now did not make any sense, and this is the main one that didn't make sense to me whatsoever. In Jackie's video, she mentions that there were 2 attempts in total to withdraw $1,500 from her account or something of that nature, right? One was a successful attempt and the other was actually stopped by the bank. Now, here's the issue I have with that first attempt that was successful. Because I have experience working at a bank, I work at a bank, I've worked at a bank prior to this bank job, I can tell you right now, there's something extra fishy about her little story about that $1,500 withdrawal from her account that just so happened to be successful. No me gusta pescado, but something smells fishy about that, okay? Just saying.
I went to my phone and I had 3,000. I had accumulated 3,000 and counting. I didn't realize this, but when you file a DMCA complaint on YouTube, be very careful of this because you are asked to put in your first and last, like legal information. You're asked to put in your first and last name, your address, your phone number, and your email. They actually send that to the person that you're complaining about. And guess what? 2 days after the fact, guess who was in New York City trying to use her checking account, and her checking account debit card was blocked. Oh, that was a fun call to make to my bank. Called my bank. Why is my card not working? Oh, ma'am, we have here. We just want to make sure that you authorize these transactions. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's go over them. Yeah, did you authorize this transaction of $1,500 to so-and-so? The first attempt to swindle me for $1,500 was successful. The second attempt, it was blocked.
I would have customers almost on the regular, like every single day, come into my bank branch and have issues concerning different charges on their account that they didn't recognize or they didn't authorize. Most of the people that I would see coming in with these kind of issues were people who are older in age, because a lot of the time they fall for certain things like different scams and shit like that happens, and it's so fucked up. I hate people who have all the time in the world to fuck people over, like with phone scams or email scams, phishing scams, things like that. I hate people like that, you know, but you can't get a real job, like, you're fucked up. In any case, regardless of how you get scammed, it happens, and it happens so often. And so because of that, I would have customers, like I said, daily, coming to my window, going to the head teller, going to the branch manager, going to whoever they can talk to with a panic because they'll find charges in their account for things that they didn't authorize or things that they didn't buy. Now, what's supposed to happen is, as the bank employee, if you came to my window, I would sit down with you, go through your account, and verify all the charges that you did make. And then we would pinpoint the ones you didn't make. And then if you feel like you want to go and pursue the money that's taken out of your account, which if I was Jackie, if it was $1,500 missing out of my account, I would definitely pursue that if it wasn't me making that purchase. We would go ahead and do what's called a Reg E, or Regulation E. Now, in layman's terms, a Reg E is basically the bank's way of getting your money back. Now, at my branch in particular, the first step is always us telling you, okay, we need you to contact this company or this business or whoever the person is and try to get the money back on your own first. Then, if it's a failed attempt, you come back to us, we will file the Reg E, and it's the bank's way of getting your money back. So, to me, it seems kind of funny that Jackie didn't pursue a Regulation E investigation into the charges that were supposedly taken out of her account. I definitely would have, as the bank employee who she was dealing with, I would have offered her the Reg E. Now, I don't know if they did offer her the Reg E. I'm not sure. Like, we don't even know if it wasn't even her purchase. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know the backstory about what's happened. But I'm telling you right now, as a bank employee, the number one thing we do is we verify the purchases that were made by you, pinpoint the ones that were suspicious or that were not made by you, and then we ask you to go ahead and investigate on your own to get the money back. And then if you can't, You come to us, we follow the Reg E and investigate on our own and get that money back for you. That's what's supposed to be happening. So why that didn't happen seems a little weird to me, you know? So to me, it was just kind of weird when she like nonchalantly was like, it's not a big deal, it was already gone, couldn't do anything about it. Like, no, that's your money. You could definitely do something about it. Like, why wouldn't you fight for $1,500? But okay. And the other red flag that I kind of just picked up on was, why did you wait an entire like whole ass year to bring up the subject? None of this makes sense to me, and I'm not the only one who feels this way. There was one comment that I saw posted on my last video from someone saying something along the lines of, your comment or what you're saying would have more weight if you weren't so heavily biased against Jackie. Now here's one thing I want you guys to understand. I made it clear in both videos I've made about Jackie Aina. I don't give a shit about Jackie. I don't care about her. Not saying I don't like her. I don't like what she's been doing lately because she's been kind of fucking up all over the place. But I don't know Jackie personally enough, at least not in any case, to dislike her or hate her. So I'm going to go ahead and just argue against that and say I don't hate Jackie. I don't dislike Jackie. I don't like what she's doing and what she has been doing. I love that she sticks up for people of color in the beauty community. I love what she represents in most aspects. But when it comes to things like this, I don't appreciate it. I don't like that. And that would go for any creator across the board. Doesn't matter what you look like, your color, your skin tone, whatever the case may be. I don't give a fuck. If you do sketchy shit, I'm going to call you out on it. That's the purpose of this channel, is to call people out on sketchy shit they do. But anyways, guys, as far as that subject, I'm pretty much done with it at this point. Hopefully these two can work things out and just squash all the beef completely and move forward, especially since Paige has her upcoming nuptials. I'm so excited for her. So happy for her and her husband, or her hubby, or future hubby I should say. They both have so many things going for them that I really wouldn't want something as dumb as this, which it's honestly not dumb on Paige's end. It's more dumb on Jackie's end to kind of fuck up with those kind of things. And so that being said, out of respect for both parties, but especially Paige more so, hopefully they can get this whole thing settled and get this cleared out. Because quite frankly, like I said, if there's no receipts, you have no business talking shit. Done. The next subject is a Kat Von D response. I'm going to make this super quick. I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long, even though it's probably already there. I had a lot of people requesting to hear what I had to say about the Kat Von D anti-vax bullshit. I am someone who kind of just, I like to stay out of other people's business and how they raise their children and what they do with their kids. That's their family, that's their child, not mine. You know what I mean? But when something like this comes up, it definitely is no longer just about what you choose to do for your child, because not only does it affect your child, but it affects the children around your child if you make this decision. There are some kids who cannot get shots due to allergies or whatever the case may be, but when it comes to you literally choosing against the vaccinations that could not only save your child, but other people's children, it just doesn't make any sense to me why you wouldn't vaccinate your kids, especially when you already vaccinate your animals. And you talk so heavily about putting what toxins you put in your kid's body or whatever the case may be, yet you are covered in tattoos. It's her body, it's her child, she will do as she wishes with it. But she was saying, I don't need your public opinions, I don't need anyone telling me how to raise my child. You're correct. In most aspects you don't. But when it comes to now not only your child's safety, but the public's safety, why shouldn't people have opinions on it? Because you're not only putting your kid in danger, but also their kids in danger if they happen to go to the same school or go to the same park or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like, it's very important to do your research. And a lot of what she was talking about, just, she was kind of like becoming like a warrior for veganism and bullshit like that. It just, a lot of the arguments she was making made no sense. And she sounded very dumb, but it is what it is. The last thing I wanted to touch on, I thought I was done, but I wasn't, was this shit. I was on Twitter, and this was right after the whole Jackie Aina thing with Petty Page kicked off. And I noticed a tweet by this dude right here. And I watched the accompanying video that he was talking about in the tweets.
Quote tweeted Kelly's tweet and said, "I don't need to ask you. Good luck with that. Reporting for defamation of your own words, girl, bye." He responds back to me and says, "No, reporting for defamation for you taking what I said and then talking shit about me on a public level to thousands of people." To which I responded with, "I didn't talk shit. It's my opinion of your tweets and I stand by it."
And I just, here for the tea said apples and oranges as far as differences. But really, I mean, I think she gave him a little bit too much credit as far as how different the situations actually are. I would say more of apples and fucking spaghetti. I mean, completely different ends of the food pyramid. Let's just be real. Now, I am not the biggest fan of Here for the Tea. You guys know this. I have my reasons. But I'm not gonna sit here and watch someone threaten legal action against someone who doesn't deserve it. Just saying. And I have to admit, I am totally on Sam's side in this situation because this dude is complaining about the video that Sam Here for the Tea. I will link it down below for you guys to check out if you would like. He is pissed off because he sees Sam's video as kind of the equivalent of what Jackie did to Paige when it's completely different species. The main difference between what happened between Jackie Aina and Petty Page and what happened between him and Here for the Tea is the fact that Jackie made these accusations, and that's what they were. They were baseless allegations and accusations against someone who is completely innocent without having any receipts. Here for the Tea, Sam, when she made her video about him, she had all the receipts, like all the tweets from his account to back up everything she was claiming, all the things that she would need as far as evidence about him buying subscribers or buying followers on Instagram or buying likes or whatever the case may be. Like, she had her receipts, baby.
So here's where everything got real. One of my followers happened to skim through his Twitter timeline and found this tweet from the exact same day, being February 16th, shortly after he was cleared for ABH PR. The tweet reads, "So it's official. I'm on everyone's PR list except at Jeffree Star's, and he's my fave person ever." Being that Kelly had said in his comment to me that he's never directly asked for PR, and I guess technically he isn't asking, but he's certainly pulling from the same book of roundabout tactics he used on Norvina, so I attached a screenshot of the tweet in the thread and said, "Sir, please explain this deleted tweet." Kelly responds to me and says, "I mean, reposting someone's edited tweet is a bit ridiculous, question mark, question mark. You've literally just tweeted me a photoshopped picture." Here's our Twitter exchange, and as you can see, I asked her what the tweet said and she replied by sharing a screenshot with me. Now, he was likely only relying on the screenshot I posted in the thread and completely unaware of the exchange between myself and my follower, wherein she linked this supposedly photoshopped tweet from his own account. Therefore, it wouldn't have even been possible for it to be photoshopped as he claimed it to be. But even if we only had the screenshot to rely on, there simply wasn't enough time to photoshop the tweet, nor would my follower give a fuck to go to that extent. So I responded to him and said, "Oh my god, you're a beggar and a liar," and I suggested going on the Wayback Machine if he couldn't recall tweeting same. Kelly replied to me saying, "That tweet is legit photoshopped. Like, how the fuck can someone like you not even see that?" Now, here's the gag. As I was scrolling through his timeline, guess what I found? This supposedly photoshopped tweet. He hadn't even deleted it from his timeline, yet he claimed it was altered, even going so far as to insult my intelligence with respect to same, so I confronted him. I tweeted at him linking the tweet from his own timeline and said, "Sir, not to be dramatic, but the quote-unquote photoshopped tweet is still on your feed, ... awkward." But I continued to scroll through his feed and started noticing a pattern with respect to PR inquiries on his behalf. On February 13th, 2018, which was 3 days prior to his interaction with Norvina, he tweeted, "I think I'm the only beauty influencer on Instagram that isn't on at Jeffree Star's PR list. I've literally bought most of his products though still." Going back to 2017 now, on June 17th, 2017, he tweeted, "I think I'm the only beauty influencer on Instagram that didn't get at Jeffree Star's summer collection package. Oh well, I'll still own them." On November 28th, 2017, he tweeted, "Literally every brand follows me and sends me PR except at Tarte Cosmetics. It's a tough life for sure."
There is a huge difference between both situations. There's no denying what you were accused of doing or what you were exposed for doing. You were doing, and it was proven because of your tweets, and your own tweets came back to bite you in the ass because that's what tends to happen when you do things like what you were doing and you think you can get away with it, but there's always someone watching you, someone a lot smarter than you who catches on to your bullshit, because it is bullshit. And she was completely correct with what she said in that video. Sorry, not sorry. So with that being said, what do you guys feel about all three situations I discussed in today's video? What do you think about the Jackie Aina Petty Page situation and that update? What do you think about Kat Von D and the anti-vax bullshit? And lastly, what do you think about the comparisons between both these situations? Between Here for the Tea and this dude and Petty Page and Jackie Aina? Leave your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much. Bye.